Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. I'm super excited to be back on Imagine's channel today, and I'm going to share with you 3 different ways to do some foiling on top of the Rinea foil. So as you know, Rinea foil is a fun foil to work with. It is bendable, shapeable, it holds its shape. However, it is a non-porous surface. So it is a little bit tricky to work with. There are some products that work great on it and some that don't. I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can use some products to add some stenciling to your foil. To cut this foil, it's super easy. I just put it in my paper trimmer. It cuts like butter. Literally, it just slides right through. No big deal to cut this. So once I had my panel cut, I am working with the black foil today. It's one of my favorites. It's not as shiny as the others, but I love it. It adds just enough shine to your projects. The first way I'm going to add some stenciling to this is with the Creative Medium from Imagine. This is the blue iridescent creative medium. I have used this before in a video, solely this product, to show you 3 different ways to use it. I will go ahead and leave that video linked in the description box down below for you. So if you want to check out more ways to use this medium on your projects, it is a lot of fun to work with. I'll leave that link down below. All I'm doing is taking a palette knife and putting it through my stencil onto the foil. Now this doesn't look like much of a product at first, but the beauty of this product is when it dries. It has this gorgeous iridescent look to it. This is the blue, so this has a more blue toned iridescent. So it's just gorgeous. What I decided to do with this finished project was just cut out a center strip. I added some blue cardstock behind it, added a Hello Sentiment die cut on top of it, and there you go. All you need to do on the first one with the creative medium is just put it through a stencil and it sticks gorgeously to the Rinea foil. Now the next way is to use another Rinea product with the foil, which is the Ghost ink. The Ghost ink is a different kind of ink pad. It's not really you can use it for stamping, but it's not an ink that you want to stay on your project. You solely want it to remove the color from the foil. So the colored foil underneath, the majority of the time is a gold. Sometimes it's silver, but the majority you have a gold tone underneath the color side of your foil. So what the Ghost ink does is if you let it sit on top of the foil, it's going to remove that color on top of it. What I like to do instead of stamping with it is put it through a stencil. I like to use the ink blushers from Imagine. They work fabulously with this. Then I just put it through the stencil with that ink blusher, and then with a baby wipe I spray a little bit of alcohol on it to help with reactivate the dried ink that's been sitting there for a while, and there it will remove all that color from on top of the stencil. To finish this project, I went ahead and added that panel onto an A2 card base. I added a little stamped image on top of that I stamped out with some Memento Dewdrop inks with the little thank you sentiment banner that's stamped with the Versafine Claire Nocturne ink. Super duper simple project that really, the background really packs a punch on that card. So the last way that I add stenciling is with an ink. The Rinea foil is a non-porous surface, so you need a stays-on type of ink that's going to stick onto those non-porous surfaces. I'm using the new stays-on pigment because it is nice and bold, it's opaque, and it covers up that color underneath it without any problem at all. I went ahead and went with the piano black, but you could see from the photo that I just showed you, it comes in a variety of colors. So you can really do some tone-on-tone looks, you can do different colors that are bold and vibrant. You could even do a little bit of ink blending if you wanted to. I wanted to go with a black look here, so I'm actually stenciling through this lattice stencil and just adding it again with the ink blusher. I find those tools work the best when putting this kind of ink through stencils. As I pull up this stencil, I've got this gorgeous background all ready to go on my card. Now for this one, I did cut it down a little bit and matted it with a black piece of cardstock. Over the top of that, I added hello in letters, big bold letters that I die cut. And each one of those letters I actually covered with some of the new embossing powder from Imagine in the birthday party color. So they're nice and bold and glittery, and they go great with that foiled background. That is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed a look at 3 different ways you can stencil on your Rinea foil. Happy crafting, everyone!